Greetings, my friends! It is I, Lonesome the Ghost, your friendly neighborhood poltergeist. And speaking of pole, today's episode is all about the joys and horrors of pole dancing in the new paranormal. My guest today is on a quest to improve his social climb. Please welcome passionate ace in the pole, Sherman Yu. Sherman! Let's start with a lightning round. Favorite season?
Basil.
Ah, Basil, the best time of the year. Favorite movie?
Spirited Away.
Favorite Italian dish?
Risotto.
Favorite big cat?
I'll be a lion.
Favorite board game?
My favorite board game would be Codenames, specifically the Picture Edition.
Ah, the picture edition. We love pictures here. Here's a picture of you, Sherman, in glorious action. Why pole dancing?
So before the pandemic happened, I used to do aerial silks and aerial tissues on a regular basis. But due to the pandemic, the studios closed down all their aerial programs. However, the studio that I train at had these poles. They're called X-Stage pole, and you can set them out anywhere as long as there's a flat surface. And from there, I decided to try pole because I want to work out and stay fit and be active. After taking a few classes, I kind of fell in love with pole because if you think about it, pole is kind of in everyday life when you walk around on streets, in the park, or in the playground. And I just kind of fell in love with the movement art and the different kind of styles of pole dancing modern day now has to offer.
Very interesting. Do you find certain aspects of pole dancing to be easier or more difficult for you?
I do. So for me, I excel in power or dynamic moves. So these are moves that require a lot of upper body strength, or flips or cartwheels, moves that require a lot of flexibility, such as a full split or over split or the middle split. I struggle with those a little bit. I'm flexible, but I'm not quite there yet. So it's a work in progress. And for pole dancing, I also do flying pole, which is a pole that's suspended in midair, and also Chinese pole. So I prefer the flying pole. It's just a lot of upper body strength. And the texture of the pole also kind of makes it easier enough for me. So my flying pole is like a rubber silicone. So it has a lot of grip and you want to wear clothes. Whereas the one people usually see me perform and compete is a metal pole. It's a little bit hard to grip because it's metal and you need to use a lot of skin. So you gotta basically be in your underwear.
They say milk does a body good, but pole dancing does a body better. I'm sure you need to be incredibly fit to do this, right?
The answer is no, actually.
Oh?
I hear and I get this a lot from people like, I can't do pole because I'm not a certain body shape or I'm not a certain fitness level or I'm just not strong enough. But honestly, I know a lot of pole dancers from different body shapes and different sizes, genders, and they can do the same things I can do, if not even more.
Well, thank you for stripping it down for us. Speaking of stripping, where do strippers go on vacation? Poland! Get it? Poland, pole land. Do people often assume you're a stripper?
So some common misconception that I get quite often is that pole is not for males. And then the follow-up question, they'll be, oh, do you wear like heels and do you do all sexy and everything, right? So yes, we do get that a lot, even though they haven't seen how I do pole. And I do get asked sometime if I'm a full-time pole dancer. Sometimes I even get asked if I am a stripper, which sometimes I think about it because I know how much strippers make in Vegas over the weekend.
What's the best gift someone can get for a pole dancer?
Dry hands. So when we compete or we train, sometimes it's very hard to stick to a metal pole. It's the pole where we're in our underwear. Temperature plays a huge factor. If it's too humid or if it's too dry, we will not stick to a pole, no matter how hard we try. So we have gripping aid that we use. Rock climbers use these as well. And we just put on her hand or wherever you want to stick and just rub it in there.
Good to know. And if anyone is stumped on what to buy me for a gift, look no further. Any fun horror stories about what you do?
Really, the only horror stories, especially for us, is the slamming your crotch into a pole part, which has happened to me one time and I was performing. So it's a move we call it a cast, where the pole is in the middle and you grab the pole and you cast your body away and you're coming back and you generally want to land right here, the sternum, and then you slowly body roll your way down. Well, my sternum decides to miss
Oh,
that day, so I just slammed straight
oh
down.
my.
But I was performing, so I just smiled.
Very interesting.
Never happened to me, but to the people who I train with, nip slips are pretty common. The hoo-ha slip are once in a blue moon kind of thing, but it has happened. Just don't make it obvious for the other person if something weird happens.
Sounds like you need better insurance when pole dancing because you have little to no coverage. What's next for you? What are some of your goals for the poles?
My next goal I want to achieve. So I recently got certified as a pole instructor. I want to inspire more people to try pole, especially males, especially in the USA. And I want to break the pole stereotypes. Like I mentioned before, there are modern day, there's different styles of pole, from lyrical to contempt to stripper style, erotic, etc. And I want to find my own style. My style is developing right now, but I want to solidify my own style by taking classes from people around the world. So during my travels to different countries or cities, I try to learn from different instructors.
I know you'll crush it all. How do I know that, you ask? I've been haunting you throughout your entire pole dancing journey. See? Anyway, thank you, Sherman, for shooting the sheet with me today. My friends, I must ghost you for now. Until next time, goodbye.